Howdy everyone and welcome in. Hopefully everyone is having a lovely day so far today. And I am going to take us right over to the gaming channel. Really, I keep becoming really small and I'm not exactly sure why, but hopefully, yeah, now it's fixed. I keep getting confused as to why this is happening exactly, but I've stopped questioning it. It's just kind of going to happen, I guess. Anyway. I can adjust this so that it's a little more on screen. Minuscule critter, the tiniest. Hit them with the shrink ray. Let me turn up the volume for the game too. Let me know if the volume is alright for everybody. I don't want to have it be overpowered by me or the outside sound. Tiny Mode Tuesday. So I saw someone ask what I meant by Zone 3 off. And we're just going to be continuing playing the game off because that is what we've been doing on Tuesdays. I took a break from it temporarily. Hold on, there we go. I'm also going to very quickly do split screen so that I can see both chats. Unfortunately, it is fighting me on this, which would not make my job much easier. I think I can do, there we go. There we go, now I can see everyone, fantastic. But we're going to keep playing off. Last time we were playing off, we were at the halfway point of Zone 3. All we have in the tide pool is nothing? Wait, is the tide pool not working? It looks like it's working for me. Is the talking from the title or is the background noise IRL? The background noise was IRL, but it should be gone now. Yeah, it looks like it's not working. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix that. There's no reason it shouldn't be. Tide pool dried up. I wonder if there's something going on. Oh, it looks like some people are finding things, because someone found a banded tulip shell. Huh. I have no idea why it's coming up as nothing for some people. Tide pool worked for me. Alright. Halfway. It's even more so near the end of Zone 3, actually. Oh, really? Is it that far? But yeah, we're continuing off. Which we have been playing for a little bit now, actually. I also finished the, also, how's the sound in comparison to my voice? I can always adjust it. We finished I finished the controller puzzle the other night, because I know that we were kind of stumped on it. And if it wasn't obvious, it's a very nice day outside today, so a lot of people are driving around. You just have one puzzle, then you're at the end of Zone 3. Noises in general are allowed, but that might just be IRL. Really quickly, let me close the window, because unfortunately that's not going to go away unless I do. Is this zone a bit off a bit quiet? Otherwise you're good in reference to the game. That doesn't save us, I don't know what will. Sorry, because it's so warm out today, I wanted to leave the window open to let the place breathe a bit, but now it's just a nuisance. Hello, welcome in. So the zone is a little bit quiet, and I can always turn it up too. Ready to stay outside right as it starts coming down on my side of the earth? Well, it does look like it's about to thunderstorm, so hopefully that chases some people off so I don't have to deal with them. Seems like the car noises are gone as of a second ago. I was going to say, hoping that keeps them away. Speaking of being at the end of this zone, I did finish the controller puzzle that was kind of stumping us last time, and I think that this opened up because of that. You should not be here, management. Well, yeah, I would say that probably is a sign that we finished it. Should not be here. All right. Okay. I mean, it looks like the code's just on the wall. 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. Three? Yeah, there we go. 5, 3, 6, 2, 5, 8. That wasn't that bad at all. You cool? Thank you. Are the captions on? No, thank you for the reminder. Sorry, if it wasn't evident, I was working on art stuff before getting stream set up, so I'm lagging a little bit behind. It is upside down. Also, Star Slim, thank you for the streak. I'm working on a traditional piece of an angel. When I post it, should I just use the fan art tag? If you do, I will see it in the fan art tag, yes. So sorry if I'm not chatty tonight. I'm about to make myself a muffin at my mother's request. No worries. Alright, that should be all good. Thank you for captions. Of course, of course. I think we're about to fight the boss of Zone 3, which is one of the last few things that we can do in this area. If I had to posit a guess. I don't know if I'm ready for this fight, but we'll find out. Oh, it's this. Okay. I am actually pretty excited. I might have to grind some Elson fights just to get credits and some EXP. Your guess is correct? Okay, I'm glad. If that's the case, though, that'll be just time to chat ambiently while grinding. Oh, there he is. Who are you? I'm the batter. I've come to purify you, Director. Purify? But that's ridiculous. Nothing justifies such a drastic measure. It was the Queen who sent you, wasn't it? Of course it was the Queen. It must have been. Even so, I refuse. It's not a question of choice. You're the monstrous master of this horrible factory. I want to say I beat all bosses without grinding first try, and only after beating 3, so... After beating all 3 did I do the Purified Zone, so I think it'll be alright. Alright, so maybe I will be okay. I'm here to make you atone for your sins. Monstrous. Horrible. This factory is my fortress of happiness, my rampart against the specters. The people here were happy before the phantoms arrived. Incidentally, I still don't understand why the dead aren't disappearing. The dead? Yes, the phantoms. They are the souls of the dead. Has that never really occurred to you? It's only logical. But you have nothing to do with the phantoms? Of course not. I'm Enoch, guardian of Zone 3. Like all of the guardians, it's my job to mold the Queen Mother's energy into a solid context. I am the living engine of Zone 3. This actually has more lore than the original version, which I kind of appreciate, because it's making it a little more clear, like, what the job of the guardians are. The Queen relies on us to create places for people to live. We are a little like gods, drawing on the infinite power of the sun to sculpt our world out of the nothingness. Haha, I love that metaphor. Yes, like gods. Precisely. Demented child of evil. The last grain has fallen through the hourglass of your existence. Certainly not. No matter your physical strength, you can't withstand my excess weight. Fear me as the menacing shadow of your imminent extinction. Oh, so we fight here. Alright. Apologies if you already said, but do you plan to go to the Purified Zones? Yes, I do. And I can also turn off my tails. Hopefully that just did that. I will say he is saying a lot of words and does seem to be in a position of knowledge. Not every character is a reliable narrator. At least that's my belief. Interesting. Anyway. I do need to move my phone so I can read a bit. I don't think he's a burnt? Maybe a beast? Not at all. Hellfire, he's monstrous. Well, I am exceptional. I think that exceptionally escape is our only option. Alright. I think I do need to attack this round. But then we need to run. He's far too strong. For once we will choose the coward's option. Flee quickly. I mean, I'm trying, but Batter, you need to be able to attack for me to flee. Dear God. Okay. Unless I'm... Yeah, there's the flee. Party attempted to flee. Party fled. Now, you'll be fine. You can defeat him. No. We definitely need to run. I do like that he just launches over the wall. In the shadow of the Valley of Death, you shall fear the Apostle of Darkness. I'll kill you, Batter. Why does he... He's like, I'm a god. Oh, here we go again. Attempt to escape failed. Oh, this might be a problem, actually. I think it's funny that the poison damage did more than the actual attack. Silly ass segment. It's clear where Toby Fox got inspiration for Undyne's fight from. Oh, absolutely. This is also Paper Mario. He's very strong. Hold on. I don't even remember going through a door. You won't get away this time, you pathetic little thing. Prepare to join the phantoms. Oh my god. And yes, an off-stream indeed. There we go. Okay, so they don't make you go through the whole room. The director is very fast and robust. We'll have to get inventive to get rid of him. Okay. And this sounds like something we might need to go talk to Zachary about. Posture check, thank you. I do like his music. It was very fun. I think that originally his chase theme was called something of the Ants. Oh, it's different now. This did not used to be all white. Actually, I'm wondering if we can find Zachary. There's also very, very quiet whispering. I don't know if you can hear it. Actually, that might be frightening to hear, so I won't turn it up unless people want me to. So these are all locked now. I'm giggling from my knowledge. Oh, hello. Miserable runt? Cold water eel? That's a fantastic insult. I had to drag my body bloated with adipose tissue through the pipes of my own domain. A difficult and humiliating trial, but I'll devour your hopes for survival like a little sugar cube. With relish. Poor fool, you've tired yourself. You didn't account for your pitiful stamina, and now you've exhausted your strength. Victory is now within my clairvoyant reach. I don't think I healed, though. Cold water eel is a really wonderful insult. Ooh, I like his OC. Contemplate the absurdity of this situation. You're just a pest and you'll be crushed in no time at all. Game over is near, batter. Hold on, hold on. So let me see if he's... I don't think he's technically a burnt. Oh, so his head's a separate thing. Also, I was right. It just started pouring rain. So hopefully this chase... What is this game? This is Off. It's by Mortis Ghost, and it's one of my favorite childhood games, and it got a remaster in 2025. So that's what we're playing today. Okay, Poison's going to be our friend here, because Poison seemed to do a lot of damage to Enoch. You... Special attack of random element, average impact. Alright, I'll take it. The oh hello killed me. Spoiling Zone 3 for myself. You know, it's still a good game even playing it spoiled, so I would recommend playing it on your own regardless. Hits off foes. Lightly increases allies' defense. Sorry, I'm having to familiarize myself because I wasn't the one playing last time. I like this guy's style of dialogue. It sounds like he's speeding through a thesaurus 10 minutes before the boss fight. It is really fun. You can use wide angle or eye to see his weaknesses. Though all guardians show the same info, I shall say no more. I will check. Royal Guardian of Zone 3. Unable to detect type. No weaknesses detected. Okay. Oh, that's annoying to have the CC lowered. So Alpha is an attacker. I am going to poison him again. I also really like Batter's sprite for this. So, let me see. CC. Yeah, you desperately need this Alpha. I am going to have to heal their HP too. And I already tried the one against Burnt, so let me try against Beasts. That did so much better than the other one did. We're gonna try this. He's just a little guy, he's done nothing wrong. Batter or Epsilon? Or not Batter, Batter or Off? Having a thunderstorm in the background while playing this with iced coffee is very nice. I am going to revive... I think there's one that revives and... No, it's just Joker. Let's get back Alpha. Actually, no. I just realized that you were going to get a crit, so I might as well hit. Holy shit. Alright. HP's good, Competence is good with Batter. Let's do Run with Grace again. Alpha is down for the count. And Omega. Oh, I've got to heal people. Sorry, Epsilon. I know you're excited to help, but you gotta help us get back in the fight. I like his design. He reminds me of that guy from Spider-Verse. I actually did almost wonder if that design was inspired by Enoch. It's a toggle in settings. You can play it like the original if you want. Really? In this version of Off, the enemy's ATB gauge stops whenever you're party in the menu. If I remember correctly, that's not in the original. No, and I realized why I was so stressed when I started playing this, because I remembered that the gauge doesn't stop when you're in the menu. And I actually kind of prefer it this way because it lets me think a little more so that I can read. But I will say that that was a bit of a difficulty thing in the original, where when you were in the menu and making decisions, their gauge did not stop charging. It was a little more realistic that way too. Alright, I am going to get you again. Epsilon I'm going to use to revive Omega. You know what I just realized? If you use a Joker when someone is inspired, like they're about to get a critical hit, it fully restores their health when you use the Joker. I didn't put that together. Got a tooth removed. Sends healing energy. I will. If you want to have healing energy especially, you should have soup. Thankfully, I think that we are almost done. Soup will be your friend in recovery for anything, but especially any mouth-related injury. Alright, now I am going to use this to heal everyone. And then you, I'm also going to use as a healer. Because Batter and Alpha are really the ones that are doing most of the legwork with the damage. So it only really makes sense to use the other two as healers. And Epsilon can do damage can do spread damage in fights. When you have a critical hit, anything you could possibly do is boosted, even items. That's really cool. I just noticed that for the first time playing this run through. I think we'll do that. And then actually I'm going to use Epsilon as a healer, I believe, because honestly he hasn't been doing that much. I guess I should say it, because they use it pronouns. It hasn't been doing that much damage this fight. Yeah, I'll use the Silver Flesh with that. You know what it's like to have an oral surgery. I had an infected tooth in 2024, and the swelling looked like a tennis ball under my skin. That sucks. I can say the worst that I had was wisdom tooth removal. Just because the recovery from that was kind of painful. If I did... No, it's all still the same. Alright. Their pronouns are its reference. I do think that meme is funny. It's funny as someone that's had to live that experience for so long. His pronouns are they, them. Me every single day of my life when people are talking about my pronouns. Alright, I think we're almost there. Actually, let's grab a luck ticket and get myself, actually, so I don't die. Hopefully the poison will put in some work with doing damage. Except now Omega's poisoned, which is fantastic. Actually, Omega, sacrificial kill. This might be a stupid question, but does everyone need to get their wisdom tooth removed? It's not required. It's good to do preventatively because they can grow impacted, but it genuinely depends on how they grow in. It's just that it's frequent that they grow in. Frequent that they grow in kind of wrong. Alright, hold on. Oh, there we go. He's all done. I only had to get mine removed because my jaw was too small and causing issues. His whole head. So the hero has slain the beast. But do you really know what you've done? Deprived of its guardian, this zone is now destined to vanish. And with it all those who live here, whether they deserve it or not, they will fall into nothingness with no hope of return. You were defeated, Enoch, guardian of Zone 3. This land is now pure. Leon Kennedy, if he was in off, seems like he lost his head. Yeah, he would say that. The pillar art has been found. Enoch. Alright. Seems like we can now go... So, I would like to go back to the Purified Zones, because I want to see how they're doing. I don't think Zone 0 is any different, though. There is something to do in Zone 0, though, if I remember correctly. 448287C. There's another box puzzle, wasn't there? Oh my god, I'm going to keep doing this, aren't I? I don't think there's one out here. I can't remember where you're supposed to use that code. Hello, we off to a good start? We are indeed, thank you. Alright, maybe I'll save that for later, because I can't seem to remember how to get there. But I don't know if there's much to do in the Purified Zones other than just walk around and see what they look like. If you're looking for her, you gotta get an item from a Purified Zone first. I see. Okay. Is there anywhere specific I need to go to get it, or is it just... Oh! Inspiration has been found. I do like walking around along the railroad tracks. I think it's fun. This is new. So what happens when you purify the zones is they become like this. They become blank. Oh, it's scary time, baby. I do enjoy that there's no OST. There's just whispering. Alright, competence. Surrealist tragedy. Oh, there's just a shouting noise there. I remember the scene. It was much scarier back then. I remember the sprites being more shaded. The Enoch fight used to scare me more. I remember one of these zones had so much jump scares I had to stop playing. I think the jump scares you're referring to may be the shouting in the OST, honestly. Alright, let's see. Average impact. Seems like meat did more damage to that one. Guy in the background. Woo! There we go. These guys are weak to plastic, if I remember correctly. Oh. Let's see what you do this time. Yeah, because smoke's not doing all that much. They do seem to be taking... It doesn't seem like it's counting them as burnt or specters. They seem to be beasts, which is interesting. Also, I believe Damien's sign is backwards now. Nowhere to save. There is a little box there to save. Swapped to my phone fully because my internet's bad. No worries. Fortune ticket has been found. So there is some benefit to going back here because there seems like there's items here that weren't here before. Despite it being incredibly eerie to be back. To answer the question, though, at the end of each Purified Zone, there's a grand item. Ah, I see. Alright, so I will be going through the Purified Zones tonight, then, to answer your question. I do want to do wide angle and see what type these guys are. Diabolical humanoid spirit. Unable to detect type. Resist smoke. Weak to plastic. Okay. I don't think any of these do plastic damage. Although it looks like whatever Omega's type is, it matches to whatever area we're in. Smoke attack, plastic attack. That makes sense why it was doing so much damage then. And when you get one, you can access her. Do you only need one special item? Or do you have to do all 3 of them? Just share some of your microplastics. Would it be an idea to move Critter more to the right? I can absolutely do that. Please, if there's ever an instance in which Critter is covering up any amount of the screen to make things... Oh, how did I get over here? There. Now I'm more properly to the side. You only need one special item? Alright, perfect. I was a lot farther over than I expected myself to be. There we go. Now we got a plastic one. Oh, also the shouting is in French. What are they saying? Faith. I think we, were we going up or are we coming down? Hello, there's a lot of you. Okay, I actually might... Oh, you can't flee. Okay. That's good. That's fantastic. It's the same dude saying help over and over again. That would make this a lot freakier to experience if I spoke French. I mean, that is actually still pretty freaky. Let's see. Poison. I will say, them removing the free option here was diabolical. It means that navigating is a lot riskier. Alright, let's see. I don't like the secretaries, but in the way that I don't like the secretary's design, but in the way that it's very good. Like, it's eerie. It's uncomfortable to look at. Alright, let's see. Metal did more than the other ones. It's a very effective design as to make me want to leave. Yeah. It was not like that in the original, and frustrating. Who said that? Was it not? The flee option was there? Oh, I don't think I need to... Hold on. Okay. This is a little evil, but I can do this. This is just pushing rocks. Very possible. Oh god. Hi Lemmy. Next month is my sub is 2 years old, so I'm out here now. Not much to talk about today, so let's just ask a question. What would your Spectre form be if you had one, and what would it be named? Ooh. Probably, if I had to pick, I feel like it would be something related to, it would be something related to smoke or metal, probably. Or, like, that would be the typing that it would be associated with. I guess they aren't smoke or metal types, though. They're usually, those are the things they're weak to. So it would probably be a burnt, and I think that it would be... I would probably make mine a more hostile Elson, if I had to pick specifically. Also, I'm low on CC again. I have to heal. It is Ice Cave again. It is funny how so many RPGs inspire each other. Surrealist Tragedy is very useful whenever you have a large group of specters all together. I think you can miss an item if you left first. I think you can miss an item if you go left first, or right, I'm unsure. If you do, you can always go back from the start of the zone, though. Also, yes, we are gaming today. Oh, the notification said drawing? I meant to have updated that. I apologize. Alright, let's get these guys. Very nice. We're going to use Silver Flesh for Epsilon. I do apologize for the misnomer in the notification, though. Chat, is this Pico's school? The game? No, the game is off by Mortis Ghost. Technically didn't need to do that because... There we go, it's almost done. Might just be a weird thing on my side. No. I do actually think that you're correct. I think I forgot to change the title from what we were doing. Okay. I think I understand. I think? Yeah, there we go. I want to make sure I didn't miss it. Pillar art has been found purified. You said I could miss something if I go to the left first. Doesn't look like I can go over here. Unless you're speaking about here. In which case, I'm not really sure. You can go left now? Okay. Those were the missable things. I see. Left being the open door, I'm assuming. You can reset the puzzle. I was wondering if that was what I wanted to do. I am going to heal really quickly first, although I think it's funny I'm like almost completely out of items at this point, I'm sure. I'd like to stay longer, but I've shit to do. Have a great rest of your day. No worries. I think that was thunder outside. That is thunder outside. Alright, HP looks good for everybody. Silver flesh is the thing that we're running low on. But not too low. Only one left is a little scary. Alright, thankfully. This is the part that I'm not sure how to go about. Because if I push it straight... I see. Not too bad. Did get those items. Wait, does the puzzle reset? Do the items also reset? You know what? I'm not going to question it. No, I don't think they do. Okay, I'm just going to leave it as is. Hello, how'd the run go? Oh, like... So far in off, it's going pretty well. I am currently going back and exploring the purified zones. I think this is where I need to go. Yeah, it looks like this is where we need to be. There's such a good design even as an observer in this that intends to dig in later. They're effective and settling design, I'm sure. Can you guys hear the thunder outside? But yeah, everything is going pretty well so far. This might be a silly question, but does 4Leaf have an art Discord? I feel like I have heard of it. So it's not an art Discord. There is a fan-run Discord that people are members of that I do not run, nor am I in. However, everyone there is very sweet. So if you would like to join a community Discord... Oh. Is that you, Cobb? Oh no, you're someone else. Please go. Oh, he's a lion. That's an optional boss? I hate to say that if I'm playing as Batter, then I'm going to play as Batter all the way. He is very cute. I would say to do all of the Purified Zone bosses because fun. That's what I'm planning on doing. Oh, the OST is really nice, though. I know I've said this a few times now, but playing this with rain sounds and thunder in the background is very nice. Oh, this might be my favorite OST. Why are you doing this? Fundamental Seraphic Incarnation. Unable to detect type. Resists poison. Resists lethargic. The Purified Zone bosses have such good OSTs. He's so sad. You've gone bad, Batter. Ha ha ha. Alright, so... if this is going to resist poison... Permanent Bonds heal. Alpha is poisoned. I'm going to use the other two as healers still. So it resists poison. We've tried Run with Grace. I'm going to try Run with Courage. Still does about the same. These animations are so sick. They are. I do really enjoy the animations of this game. You are poisoned. I'm going to have Omega heal Alpha's poison, though. Ives cures poison. Let's take care of Alpha. This is giving me very Earthbound vibes, even the weird battle status condition stuff. See, it's interesting because I do think that Off was inspired by Earthbound as well, if I'm not mistaken. I don't want to speak incorrectly. But I think it's funny that this was inspired by Earthbound. This then went on to inspire Undertale, which was also inspired by Earthbound. They're all kind of just born from each other. Damn. This guy's healing himself faster than I can do damage, it seems. Well, no, I'm still chipping away eventually. Silver Flesh would be useful here. It's all Earthbound in the end? Always has been. Still does about the same. Good lord. I mean, I guess it could also do just regular attacks, although that would take forever. It just wants to live. I know, although I think that that's part of why, as Batter, we do have to take it out. Really is. Playing Off was an amazing experience to see it's all genes. Wait, to see it's all genes and recognize? I might be misreading. You can stop. Source returns to nature. Thorned plants started to grow on the ground. Oh, hello, Raiders. Welcome in, Nothlet. I have a lot of thoughts on this game. I'm very excited. I think that you were misreading, but also you're literally fighting a lion, so it's okay not to read things perfectly. Harpy, I'm excited to talk to you about this game afterwards. I will talk a bit... Actually, technically we could talk in chat, because I want to know what everyone's theories are after we finish the game. Alright, let me really quickly heal everyone's CC. Have you guys played Earthbound? Anything in the Mother series, it's such a great game. It's so iconic, but somehow still feels very niche. You know, I never have. I actually would very much like to play it after, especially after like playing this. Um, Again, playing the remake really, but I have never played Earthbound. Are you enjoying Off? Absolutely, I am. This is the remaster, and I played the original when I was a lot younger. Um, but I am really enjoying the remaster and the things that were added. Because if I'm remembering correctly, this boss was not in the original game. I could be wrong though. See, I'm a little worried we're not going to be able to beat this guy before we run out of health ourselves. But we'll see. You still have 2 whole ramblings to look at? No, I need to. I do need to. Apologies, I have been absent. At least from the internet. Alright, let's see. I am going to use Luck Ticket. Actually, no, I'm going to use Silver Flesh. And then I'm going to have Epsilon use a Luck Ticket. If you played Mother 3 Earthbound for stream, it would be amazing. I actually do want to head off, but I hope you guys have lots of fun. Thank you. And also, how do you turn on captions? I think if you do !CC, it gives you a tutorial on how to do so. All of the Purified boss zones are... Purified zone bosses are new. Okay. I'm glad I wasn't wrong with that. I had thought so, but I wanted to make sure. My memory is not fantastic, as you can imagine, but... These are DLC kind of. That's why I don't count them into my understanding of the world and story. Not actually DLC, but you get it. Alright, let's see. I don't think there's any way to clear the area hazard of the thorny plants. But I'm kind of just dealing with it. Because it's not doing that much damage. Alright, let's do... Oh, was that it? Alright. I was a little worried we weren't going to be able to get that far. So here we are. This is the end for me. There already wasn't much left. Finish your work now. Find the others. I'm leaving. Interesting. Was that the item I was meant to get? I don't think I got anything. That was it. Now you just got to get the grand item by going the other way in the zone, I believe. I see. I am also going to heal so that I don't... so I don't get my ass beat by the secretaries. You don't get anything for taking them out. Really? Okay, so I just have to go over here. I do like watching him walk around along the railroad tracks. It's always fun to see how other people understand the story, because I 100% count them in my understanding. In fact, I think their addition is fascinating. I would love to hear everyone's thoughts near the end. Absolutely. So I hope it's okay I'm informing you about things. Please do, because I don't remember most of this personally, because I think when I was younger I played through the Purified Zones, but again, I was like 11, so it's been almost 15 years since I played this game. I think these count as beasts, if I remember correctly, because I just saw that. Let's do the other guy, because then if I do expected bracket, I can take out most of them. Ooh. And... Or sorry, I meant to say Surrealist Tragedy. Old-ass game, I love it. This would have changed my life if I played 15 years ago. It came out in 2008, if I'm not mistaken. It's been around for a while. Purified Zones used to have absolutely nothing except for the rare secretary. I thought they had some item or reason to go back, but if not, that explains why I didn't spend much time in them. Secretaries are weakened but more common now. Good lord, they are more common. You're completely correct about that. Alright, competence. We do... Nope, it was just for grinding. Okay. Because I remember the Queen's fight used to be kind of difficult, so grinding, or having to grind, makes sense. I do hope we find a healing box soon, because, unfortunately, otherwise we're going to run out of items. There'll be a box near the item. You gotta get out to get you out of there. Perfect, perfect. I do also need to find Zachary. I don't know if there's somewhere you can go to shop from Zachary before the end of the game. I think around where the Queen is, there you could see him again. We'll have to see. 100 fortune ticket found. Oh, he was in Zone 0. I completely forgot. I actually didn't even speak to him there. 10 eyes have been found. It's probably in Dadan's office. Oh, I remember. I remember you. Hey, wait, how do you even do this puzzle now? Because I don't hear anything. Hold on. Let me see if I can turn the volume up a bit. The humming, I think, might be from real life. Alrighty, every now. Are we finishing the game today? Possibly. Is it impossible to do this part? There's TV buzzing. Oof. Absolutely not, to be honest. Okay, okay. I thought I was mistaken, but I couldn't hear anything even after turning up the volume. The room is at least a two-parter. Oh, finishing the game today. Can you solve that puzzle, Harpy? Unless I'm mistaken. So I do need to turn the volume down again, because it is much louder for me now. So we won't be finishing today, but we can get at least a little further in. Have you returned to Zone 0? I went back and I saw Zachary was there, and then I remembered I could not figure out how to access the secret boss. So I left and went to the Purified Zone 1. I think you can do the puzzle. I honestly forgot, but I can look it up from my notes of the playthrough. Sure thing. I went through 2 loading zones when I first got the puzzle. I went through 2 loading zones when I first got to that puzzle and got through. Don't know how I did it. I see, I see. Annoying, but still survivable. There we go, all done. Otherwise, I don't want to be just wandering around. If the item is not even in there, then there's no real reason to go through that. But I remember that when it was Purified, at least, I haven't played. And I don't think the 10 eyes was... That's new. Alright, hold on. Abnormal being that doesn't bring luck. Question mark type resists metal, weak to meat. Poison, lethargic. Just do considerable impact. Some sort of beast. Alright, there we go, taken care of. I actually am not sure where we're supposed to go. Unless I'm missing something. You don't actually solve it. I see, I see. Do you just need to go through? Go to the right and call Pedalo in the left. Okay, okay. Hello, Pedalo. That was going to be my next... There we go. More of you in the water, or I guess the meat. It's so, like, eerie without any music. And there we go. I am probably going to have to heal after this fight, too. No reason to do it during, though. Oh, thank you for the bits, Cyan. Thank you for the pets. Hopefully, you will die. There we go. And also, thank you for the follow from Euphoria. This is the only song in the game that I think is a straight downgrade. Really? I think it's good, though eerie. Stamp note. Oh, I've been getting silver flesh from battles, thankfully. Otherwise, this would be impossible to navigate. This is my first encounter with the off remake. Does the version have some Pepper Steak or new music? It has new music. It does not have Pepper Steak. I think that Pepper Steak got removed for copyright reasons. Or no, it was something about the original composer didn't want the music to be charged for or something like that, if I remember correctly. Someone said that on a previous stream. It's good eerie, but also the original was horrifyingly eerie. I don't remember what the original sounds like. I'll have to listen to it at some point. If I remember correctly, the original composer wanted all the music to be free, which I actually find pretty admirable, and I'm glad that was I'm glad that he ended up making that decision. Because as much as I do love the music from the old game, I think keeping it free is nice. It should be over here. I can't imagine anywhere else I could go. Yeah, there we go. Monday has been found. The grand finale has been found. All right. I will go back to Zone 0, though, so that I can get some things from Zachary. Considering I keep... Not the room. Considering I keep finding credits, I should be able to get stuff. There are too many samples in the original OST to be clear, and they wanted it to be free. I see. That's... Wait a minute. Okay, so you do only need one. It's been some time now since I've seen Pablo. I hope he's doing well. Oh, we have so many credits. Let's see. Lewis Bat, let's get that. Zone 0 has new OST. Unless I'm mistaken, and I just didn't hear this before. Because we were here so shortly. Alright. Add-ons. Let me sell things to you. All 3 of those. Sell the bat. Do you know what the song is called, Maljaws? It's called Not Safe. I see. Hello, just got here. Off gameplay? Yeah. Zone 0's OST is different from the original, but still similar. It's more OST-like. I've noticed that. I've noticed that this one specifically. I really want to listen to the Hidden Boss OST more after this. It was really good. Alright, so that's equipped. That's equipped. Boastful Symbol we don't have. Now we got all of that. Defensive Equipment 1. Oh, were there 2 different... Okay, well I went through and bought all of that for no reason. That's fine. At least I can get some of my credits back, but it's not all of it. Okay, I need to pay more attention to see when he has 2, because I accidentally did that. Taiyu Tunic I do not have for batter. C. Defensive Equipment. That does 8? I see. Okay. I'm going to have this Oh, this would be better for the batter. But I could put it on Omega, who does keep getting beat up. I'll also say she's harder than the Zone 2 Purified boss, if I remember correctly, and maybe Zone 3's Purified boss. Where's the mighty fish with shoes? Something must have disconnected. Oh, the fish with shoes is just in the drawing overlay. That's why. It will be back when we do another art stream. Can sell this. Can sell this. And the rest are pretty useful. I will buy some healing items. Are you going to fight Sugar? Yes. Also, thank you for the posture check. But I will probably do other fights first. Also, can we have a yippee for stream? Sure, yippee. Alright, so before I fight her, I am going to go check out Zone 2. Oh, I realized I have to go to the back to do that. There we go. Turn to the nothingness. Yes. It's really fun. I didn't actually expect going back to the zones to kind of be its own episode. But I'm enjoying exploring them. It is also nice for the EXP grinding. But if it doesn't exist, I can't see it. No fish. It will be back, I promise. A reminder that she was the hardest boss in the original. It's funny, because I never remember her being that hard, but I also don't remember much of my actual fights in the original. I would assume that the top of the library is where we're meant to go to. That just seems logical. Oh, they are awful looking. These are way worse. I missed chat's reaction to the secretaries. They did not like them, and I still don't like them. Alright, Gaussian Blur. What is the story in a nutshell? I've only played for like 20 minutes. Off is definitely a surrealist game, so there is no solid story. But you could argue that it's a story about a group of small gods that are trying to create something out of nothingness, and then I like them and how they unsettle me, yay. And then another that comes along to sort of do away with what's been created. At least that's how I could describe it. It's a little more... Are they both confused? Sorry, I just saw that all of my guys are hitting each other. The batter is confused. Great, we're all just going to hit each other now. Also, thank you for the hydrate. Off is a story about many things. It could be about trauma, it could be about purpose, it could be about escapism. I love any and every interpretation. Yeah, I think, like any good piece of surrealist art, it does invite interpretation. They look like they're wearing a strongman bodysuit thing. They are, actually. Like, and you'll see that they are soon-ish, but that is just true. You are correct. Also, how does being a system affect how you play games? I would assume it's hard to continue playing a game consistently if you don't remember what you were doing last time, or how long you played. Usually, so here's what I'll say. For stream, it's difficult in the sense that sometimes I don't remember what we were doing last time, so we have to make notes for each other. Personally, just on one-on-one, usually we only play games that we like to play, which is also part of why sometimes we end up canceling off streams, because some parts aren't very interested in playing, or they haven't played at all and they don't want to play. Really only 3 of us have played off, and all 3 of us were parts that played off when we were younger, so we remember the game. So even if we didn't play last week, or we weren't the one that was playing before, we remember parts of the game from childhood. So, and we were kind of building off that. I personally have not played off since the first night that we played, but I went back and I watched the playthrough because I was curious and I wanted to see what the remake was like. It also helps that we go back and watch VODs specifically for the VODs channel. I first heard of it through a theorist that thought it was about a divorced dad, so that's just my worldview now. It's honestly, that was my childhood interpretation too. There's a lot of ways that you could see it. Why are Batter's friends circles? I have many theories, but I think that they're meant to be like the thrones, which are like a type of angel that were drawn as rings. Considering Batter is he often speaks of himself like as kind of holy or pious, I think that they are meant to look like angels. Especially considering the one boss that we fought was called a seraphic something, and a seraph is a type of angel. Also, what are we playing? We're playing off currently. Because they're well-rounded. Okay, I did giggle. I keep getting confused. I am going to see if I can take these guys out, though, because that would be convenient. And no, not so lucky. Fundamental seraphic incarnation. Thank you. Annoyingly, personally, I am worse at match 3 games, and one part that's very infrequently out is so much better than me. Oh, I understand. I personally don't enjoy like home building games. I don't find them very interesting. I get kind of bored of them. Like Animal Crossing is a perfect example. So I don't keep up with Animal Crossing typically when the others like to play it. However, they're the same way with things like Off or Silk Song's another example too. Alpha, Father, Omega, Son, Epsilon, Holy Spirit. To back up the angel theory, the add-ons, their descriptions are the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, respectively. Really? Is that in menu? Hold on. Oh, unless it's when you perform wide angle on them. I'll have to see that. It's in the character menu. Hold on. Ah, I see. And his class is the Savior, nicknamed Purified. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. You're completely correct. That is really fun. I never noticed that. My show is on. Welcome in, House Call. This is tasty. I am really enjoying it. I also think that Batter being religion, going through and purifying all of the different ways that people escape from kind of difficult reality, but doing so mercilessly is really interesting. Because you could argue that the first zone with Dedan is focused on industrialization and, you know, earning your sanity, earning your place in the world through labor. But then after that, you get to Jaffe's zone, or like the Firebird zone, and all of the Elsin kind of distract themselves with pleasure, like the things that can distract themselves from their reality, like play. But of course, in distracting themselves, they aren't even grateful for the person that's providing those things to them, and so Jaffe becomes resentful of it. And then after that, you have Enoch, who tries to distract them through bodily pleasures. My friend, I've written about this. Is that already in the Discord? I will have to check and read, because I'd like to see. It is? Okay. I'm excited. I'm also glad that this won't be done tonight, because I want to take a moment to read what you've said, and then we can talk about it on the final stream. I'm going to enjoy this so much with my part. Oh no. That's not in real life, that's in the game. Oh, Pablo. What are you doing? I'm meowing at the top of my lungs, pretending the echoes belong to someone I used to know. Have you seen my dear brother? I can't even make... I love Pablo. He's one of my favorite characters, but that is very sad. Also, the Elsons being burnt as in being burnt out. I didn't even put that together. I just thought that was because they were marshmallows. But that also works. The remake is just the original game, but with added bosses and optional improvements. Yes, it is in that way different. Also remember to save. I did save at the little red box, I believe, so don't worry too much about that. Hopefully this takes you out. Damn it, okay. I just hate getting confused by these guys, because it just ends up doing so much more damage than it really should. New bosses. I'm definitely going to have to watch back the hour I missed. I've only fought one new boss. Harpy, did I miss... Is there someone in the amusement park? Because I will be going over to the amusement park shortly. There we go. Okay. I'm glad that I thought to go do so. They're marshmallows? Well, think about it. Think about it. The Elson have little square-shaped heads. They're all white. And when they're burnt, they turn into sugar. And specifically, when they get burnt, they smoke and they turn dark. They're marshmallows. I think that someone even refers to them as little marshmallow people at one point. You want to go to the residential area too, but you might need help with that? All right. I always just thought that was like... I could see them being burnt out as like a pun too. I thought they were sugar cubes. I think they are meant to be marshmallows because of the way that they burn. And like I said, when you burn marshmallows, they turn into sugar. Mortis Ghost confirmed on a stream that the Elson are all cloned copies of a scientist, but he said it's up to interpretation and that was just the original idea. That's actually really cool. I didn't know that. Alright, hold on. How do I get out of here? How the hell do I get out of here? Hello? I do not want to encounter another secretary because I don't know where the exit is. Okay, I'm just dumb, apparently. Mortis Ghost always saying shit after the fact. Bro put that in the game. He's so funny. To be fair, I think that Mortis Ghost made the game when he was like a teenager, so that is also part of it. And also he is famously a troll. Like, affectionate. Not even in a bad way, but he does just say shit sometimes. Alright, there we go. Let's take that one out. Probably. Oh! Maybe just in time to take it out before it is annoying. And also the secret ending, bro is unserious. No, exactly. Like, as much as I think that Off is a really beautiful work of art, he is also a very silly man. I think about the secret ending of this game all the time. I do feel it was a bit of a tongue-in-cheek, like, oh, you wanted there to be a serious explanation for all of the work you did? No, it's actually gorillas from space. Congratulations. I don't know if that's still the secret ending. I don't plan on playing for the secret ending of this game. The secret ending is fun and I like it. Hot take. I don't even think it's a hot take. I actually think it's very fun. It's gorillas from space. There's a secret ending of the game if you... I can't even remember the requirements for doing it. I think it's if you go back through the zones and you take out... there's a secret boss, who I will be fighting. And when you get the ending, basically they go... Oh yeah, thank you for doing all of this work for us and clearing out the planet so that we could come and live here. Because we're space aliens and gorillas, and we want to come and take over this planet. Yes, it is off. This is off. Dog ending my beloved from Silent Hill? That is one of the funniest possible things they could have put in a game. I think that more people should do dog endings. I think it's sometimes so easy to take off very seriously when Mortis Ghost isn't even fully taking it seriously, which I think is part of the fun. I mean, that's part of what surrealism is all about, at least to me. Some of it is you can use images in play to represent things that are more serious, but at the end of the day, you are another one of you. You are also using silly art to represent serious subjects. Il Fortuna. That's a new guy. There was one of them in Zone 1, too. Rare enemy that appears in place of any enemy. Really? You're still playing toys to be really serious with? Exactly. Completely forgot about the ape ending. I feel like I never could, only because I worked very hard to get it at one point. Okay, that's just the side entrance. Oh god, I hate these things. I will say that the EXP and the credits are... I'm definitely gaining experience playing through the Purified zones. Oh no. I do like that the move is called irrational behavior, though. That's fun. Yeah, that's exactly what it's doing. It's making me behave irrationally by confusing me. Alright, let's see. Should take both of them out. Nah, just that one. I'll accept it. There we go. Yeah, good lord, I'm not running out of items anytime soon because I keep doling them out. But I really don't need too much healing. I have plenty of fortune tickets. Irrational Behavior is also the name of the OST that plays when Jaffe calls his phantoms on the residential area. Really? 3 pieces of golden flesh and inspiration have been found. Very nice. I will take the healing items. Okay, you're something. I think it's interesting that this is like the one last bit of color that's in both of the zones, too. New things are happening again. I don't feel like I can trust you. I have a bad dream, a different one. I will crush your bones until all that's left is a stinky mash. And this mash will turn into something else, and it will never stop. You can't prepare. The crab. Let's see if we can poison you. This is one of my favorite OSTs. This is pretty good so far. Is this a new boss? Yes, there are 3 new bosses in the Purified zones. Did I tell you about my bad dream? It changed again. I'm also not sure when it starts, but the new bosses really start to mess with the traditional fighting style. Really? Let me see. Ooh. I really like the things coming up on the screen, too. Let's see. I'm gonna keep poisoning. You're in it now. You're in it, and there's a house around you that's collapsing. True love will have to wait. A bubble has appeared. Alpha is in Pure. How is everyone tonight? Pretty well. I'm kind of like this boss in a way. Has Mantis Claws. You can tell Toby Fox got his little paws on this. On the OST? You're right, he did work on the OST, didn't he? Alright, hold on. I am going to keep poisoning just for the benefit of the fight. Ooh, goodbye, Alpha. Alright, hold on. We're healing. Oh, this is really good. Oh, speaking of tax season, because Lemon Live said it, I actually did my taxes today. And it went so much better than I was expecting. Alpha's dead. Alright, hold on. Hold on, hold on. Alright, that does much better. Oh, the bubble was like a protective thing. Was it still doing damage to him even when the bubble was up? Alright, really quickly. Bringing back Alpha. I'm a little worried about this fight, I won't lie. We've got 2 down already. I think not. Oh, goodness. Alright. Let's see. Thankfully, we do have a few jokers. Yeah, you are just attacking the bubble. Oh, it's the bird song from Jafe's song. Okay. I am going to use Golden Flesh. No, I'm going to use Silver Flesh here. So does anyone know what this song is called? Playlist Guy? I'd be curious too, actually. There we go. Thank goodness it's gone. Oh, it's done. Alright, I was a little worried about that fight, but after you got through the bubble, it was fine. Off theory, the new bosses are all based off the zodiac signs, and how the background is space-themed, and how you get the secret ending in the old version by collecting all of the zodiac cards. Basically, it all leads back to space apes. I could believe that. It seems contradictory, but I like the turn of events we're facing. Thank you for your visit. I curse you and I wish you a good continuation in the business world. This is going to sound pretentious, I apologize. I like that Off is almost like the RPG game version of poetry. It does not try to explain itself or make it easier to understand in the slightest. As a matter of fact, I don't think the purpose of playing Off is to understand Off. I think it's to feel and experience it as a piece of art. And I like it for that. I think that it's nice to have something that doesn't try to defang itself to be easier to understand. And my ass loves poetry. Usually I don't think I would think of myself as a poetry guy, but I guess I do. You are along for Mortis Ghost's wild ride. No, and it always... What's so fascinating about it is I keep wondering, how did this game get so popular? Because it seems like the exact opposite of what would be popular. But thinking about what was going on at the time, we had Yume Nikki and a bunch of other kind of surreal RPG games, or RPG Maker games in general. So it wasn't unheard of for a surrealist game to become popular. It was just... It would probably not have been as popular today as it was then. It just has the fandom to be built upon. Off's writing reminds me very much of another modern piece of surrealist art. Yes, I'm talking about Ina. You know what? Wait, you're right. And Ina is also popular, so maybe people still do enjoy surrealism. I don't know. I find so frequently. Also, the yaoi definitely played a part, 100%. I don't know. I get very sick of people being like, "What does this mean? I don't understand. This doesn't make sense." And it's instead of sitting with that feeling when they're experiencing something, they expect it to throw itself at them immediately. And I don't know. I like being unsure. I like trying to figure things out. It's the same with puzzles in games. Although sometimes when it's like walking around a map and I'm starting to get frustrated, I do appreciate when people in chat are like, "Oh yeah, this is what you would do," because that was terrible. 3? I should probably read. Hold on. Get out of here. We also had Ebe and Mad Father that I say got way more attention, which would cause people to seek out other games like it. You are true. That is true, actually. And I don't even think that Ebe was all that... I don't believe that Ebe was all that, like, hand-holdy. It was cute. I liked it. I think that Ebe made itself a pretty, like, easy puzzle game. Not easy bad, but easy, like... It wasn't too difficult for anyone to play. I mean, I played it when I was, like, a child. My 9-year-old sister liked it. Reminded of a classic quote. It's called cinema. You watch it and things are revealed. Do you know how many times I've been watching a movie with someone... Not like a friend, but like just kind of in proximity with someone. They're like, wait, what's going on? And it's like, well, usually you figure out what's going on by watching the movie. Ooh, I'm all out of silver flesh. Background kitty? Hi, Buggy. Okay, wait. And the sign is unreadable. I love responding with that whenever someone asks what's going to happen. It's like I saw earlier someone say, unfortunately being pretentious is very fun, and it's like, well, yes, that is true. Thank you for the stream. We'll have to get ready for breakfast now. Sorry for not chatting as much. No, no worries. You're all good. I promise you're okay, Crypterin. I'm starting to recognize the cats by sound. Wait, you did actually know that that was Buggy. That's kind of funny. Rubber Baby Buggy Bumpers? Is that his full name? I'm actually accepting this as his full name now. There was a sense that people needed to find the new fandom thing to obsess over at that time. Yes, and I wonder if... Because I'm not going to lie and say that the majority of Off fans were, like, analyzing the symbolism in the game the way that I wanted them to. A lot of people were there for the yaoi. But, I don't know. Alright, hold on. I mean, I fought the enemy. Harpy was saying something about the residential area. I need to heal for sure. And the yaoi was good from what I've heard through the grapevine. It was. I can let you know where to go if desired. I would appreciate that, actually. It certainly existed, is what I'll say. I've had better. I also think that, frankly, when it comes to Batter and Zachary, like, you could write something interesting about them, but I think that the dynamics of all the characters collectively are more interesting than the relationship that those two have. The yaoi was good, but only in, like, by the standards of the time, which were not high. That's actually a very good way of putting it. People were very passionate about it, too, and it was kind of like, well, it's not terrible. It's not... I'm not saying you're wrong, but I don't see it in... It was not something that was backed by the text. It was just definitely being done for fun and interpreted, which is what Off encourages anyway. feel like how I feel about the Amazing Digital Circus, but I love Abstrategy. Well, and I was going to say Abstrategy is actually in the text of the show. I quite enjoy the Elson Yowie. See, that's the angle that no one considers. Elson Yowie was better. And I'm saying it 15 years later, but Elson Yowie is better than Zachary and Matter. Frankly, I think that they're more interesting. And Harpy, I have a guess. I could be wrong, but do we need to summon the Pedalo and then go down? If not, I am open to direction. The Yowie is good, but overall the relationships are interesting in how they deteriorated to the state of the world off is and now. The prequel comic, I love the prequel comic. I just saw that recently and I was excited to see that there is more. A lot of people made Elson OCs back in 2020 and it was really beautiful. I understand putting Elsons together because that's literally just what real life is like. You're just a little marshmallow man and everything is trying to kill you and you have anxiety, except you might have a boyfriend about it. Boxer and Ballman, make the boxer fat too. I'll say nothing more. I love your beautiful mind. Off Donga and stuck for anyone that was there. Don't remind me. I'm having like war flashbacks. Stop hurting your friends. Hurt people, hurt people. Have they been getting more HP? Am I crazy? I didn't have to do 2 charged attacks before, or 2 attacks from batter. I am lost. I don't know where I'm going. I'm so glad I wasn't in the off trenches. I will say, as a young transgender man in the off trenches, I am glad that I had these as my men rather than like anime men, because the way that they were drawing Zack and Batter was much more like adult human men than like a teenage boy anime character. Does that make sense? Like they were drawing them with like actual body fat and body hair, as opposed to like the side of the internet that was obsessed with skinny anime boys that were giving them body dysmorphia. I didn't have that. Basement through the library, and then you get to the resident area from there. Thank you. Basement. Is the basement around the back? If I remember. North exit in the library. I see. Wish more people appreciated Jaffe and his Elson, honestly. It's fascinating to me. A guardian is so overprotective of what could be seen as his children, and when they become too afraid to do things, he resents his kids for it. No, I really like the relationship between Jaffe and the Elson, actually. I got through it by idealizing my own fatness and hairiness, happier than ever, it rocks. I am actually glad that you did that, because not so many people did not come out the other end better for it, so the people that did, I respect and admire. I think there's people fighting outside. Actually, probably unsurprisingly, when I wasn't in off, I was being obsessed with Pokemon professors. So even then I wasn't really... It wasn't ever the younger anime characters. It was always the old men. It adds to the off atmosphere. Also, slightly unrelated, but I do love Batter. This man is a freak with his own messed up convictions that is both right and wrong. I need a Fangamer Batter plushie. I feel like it would be in the spirit of Off as a game to make a plushie or commission one. There we go. Hello. Okay. Stares into the middle distance, the old anime men. There should be more of them, frankly. There should be more old characters across the board. Birch or Rowan? See, I like Birch, but for me, I really like Oak, I like Elm, and I like Sycamore. You don't have a face anymore. And that is a wall. That's not even stairs. Finally made it another stream. Hello, welcome in, Zerks. We are currently playing through Off. We are going back through the Purified zones, and then we're probably going to go more into the Room, which is the end of the game. I've really been enjoying talking about theories this stream, too, because I've missed some of that in the last 2 streams that we did, because there was other parts playing. Imagine if there was an audible donk when Batter walked into a wall. It would be pretty funny. That would be... Pokemon has that like bump noise. I do still really like Birch though, especially because Birch reminds me of my boyfriend, and I have a friend who also really likes Birch now, so I have company. Fangamer has a Batter plushie. Oh, I see. Hold on. How... I see an open chest and I want to get down to it. Oh, I also love Professor Neroli now. Again, probably completely unsurprising, but Professor Neroli is... Oh, hello, Harbor. That's my husband. I was unwell about Sycamore when XY came out and I whizzed past most things to want. I do understand you. I liked that he was kind of pathetic. I think it was an aura of courage that was in the chest. I could always check, too. I do like taking out one at a time, because then it makes it so that you don't get double attacked. I'm surprised that didn't take it all the way out. This man was living on 2 hours of sleep. I don't know how to say that he's very French, but having a sad little man who is probably living off of coffee and no sleep is just a very French character thing to do. Did I just go back to the beginning? Okay, I'm gonna heal. See, I also predominantly looked at yaoi that was older, more realistic bodies, but then got body dysmorphia over not looking like that trans. You can change that, I say as I hold out the bottle of testosterone. It is within your power to change that. Oh, he's also very divorced. I don't know how else to say. Sycamore is a very divorced character. Why is there always one open chest? Malak's meat. Symbolism. I was thinking about that. I was like, there has to be a reason. Is this not just where I came out of again? I'm so sick of you. You can hear that outside, right? Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, I'm glad that I'm not alone in witnessing this. It adds to the off ambiance. Are they happy screaming outside? It may actually just be fighting screaming. That's none of my business. I have a video game to play. I just saw the cannot move. I think that's because I did impossible bracket. I was wondering if that was outside or coming from the game. No, that was from outside in the real world. Those are Elson or something. Those are specters or something. I am gaining a lot of EXP at least. No, it was the same... Hello? Do all of the exits lead back to the same place? They are different? They just look exactly the same. Go bottom left. Okay. I think I can get over here. I would assume this is not the center, this is the bottom left. I am nosy is the thing, so I hear my neighbors arguing and I'm like leans in a little. You're loud enough that I can hear you through the floor, I'm eavesdropping. There it is. Okay, good, good, good. I don't know how you recognize the different ones, Harpy. I'm like impressed, but I am also grateful that you do. Man, I'm insane. Person who loves video games. Did you know that I know and love video games? Very nice. Oh yeah, it is here. $1,805? Why are those pink still? 1,805. Okay. It looks like 10805 was genuinely just to that door, which is good because I completely missed going in there and getting stuff from it. Okay. Before you leave the Purified Zone, there's a thing to get. Just saying this in case you leave early. Okay. Why would they add a lock if the solution is there? In case you didn't read it, I guess. And you wanted to go back in. Poison. Honestly, let's do more damage. There we go. I think before I was doing the attacks that don't do as much damage, but then it was taking longer, and it was better to just take them out as quickly as possible. Probably to keep you out if you try to go not through the stupid K maze. That also is true. There we go. Yes, it is off. We are playing off and going back through the Purified Zones. Because we did Zone 1, 2, and 3 already. Also Harpy, if I'm not incorrect to assume. No? There was another code that you could use there. So there's 2 doors and 2 combos to remember. 1402 and 179? You're still alive. The phantoms are gone. The color is gone. Everything is gone. Now I'm safe forever. Thursday has been found, and the Grand Diagonal has been found. Japhay's house stays winning. I like that Japhay's is the one that was the only one that could protect any of them. This was where you could get to the other locked door. Is this the Steam version? Yes. I assume this is where you could get Belial's meat. I will take it. I can't say I don't have a guy in brain that understands and likes the Elsin. I think the Elsin are why I'm so weird about businessmen these days. You know what? I that's probably actually true for me as well. I completely understand that. Also, the key presses sound so nice. On my keyboard or in the game?
Never noticed Critter had antenna? I do. My feelers. I do like this keyboard too. This was a gift from Forrest. So you said the other one was 1402? There we go. A Michael bat. I do appreciate that. I think I already have a Michael bat, but that means I can sell this one. Water bug? It is a bug. It's a good sound along with off, to be honest, in my onion. Thank you. Alright, so first and foremost, I think I'm going to go back to Zone 0 to get more items and sell some of the things that I've gotten. And then I think we will do the third zone. Hello, Zachary. We did actually see Pablo on our journey too. Don't need this. Don't need this. I could be fibbing. Hold on. Let me see if I can equip those for better. No, I don't need these. Michael Bat. I wonder if it's like Archangel Michael. I'm pretty sure that that's what it was intended. Hold on, hold on, hold on. No, it makes my attack worse. Does the same. I realized I've never equipped any of the specials. Okay, that ups it a little bit. That does nothing. Been on the porch for like 2 hours now after work. Beautiful warm spring day. You know, it's funny. It was really lovely here, and then it started pouring rain as soon as I started playing, which I feel like it adds to the mood quite a lot. This one goes down. I will say status effects is probably useful for you. You have nothing. Alright, now I can sell things. I don't need the Michael Bat. I don't need any of these. Stat increasing orbs. The rain wanted you to enjoy off more, and you know what? It's working. Alright, so now I can buy things. I have 22,000 credits. That's insane. Alright, first and foremost, we need some silver flesh. I don't need 99, but I do need some. I have plenty of fortune tickets. Let's see. Should probably go inside now, though, before the bugs start biting me to death. That is the unfortunate part of being outside. I have plenty of Belial's meat. Okay, no one needs this. This would be good for everyone. I see why not everyone has it, though, because it's expensive. But I think we can all get it now. Defensive 2 for add-ons. It's not all that expensive. Defensive. That one is more expensive. Alright, not so bad. More fortune tickets. The off version I downloaded legally, haha, crashed when using healing items out of battle. Really? Alright, let's see. I can sell these all now. Oh, not that. I'm keeping the photo of Zachary because I think it's funny. I'm also going to get some luck tickets. I don't need, like, full healing every single time, so it's nice to have some options. My ass did not have the game fixing updates. I had the base remaster. I also realized there's some defensive equipment down here that I could get for everyone. I don't think I have enough to get it now, but I do think I have some things that I could sell again. I do. Not enough to get more, though. That's alright. I can't believe I've played this for almost 7 hours, too. It does not feel like that long of a game until you sit down and start playing it in depth, and it's like, oh, there's actually some content. There's some meat here. Back to Zone 3. It's so cold where I live right now, so I'm all bundled up debating making soup. You absolutely should. I'm actually envious that you can make soup. I want dinner, personally. My total playthrough was 9 hours? Okay. Oh, it's lovely to not have to do that stupid ground puzzle here. I say stupid, although I do think it's a fun way to, you know, build a puzzle around a map. Oh, wow, that's awful. That thing is horrible looking. However, taken out pretty quickly. That looks like a cherub head with wing eyes. I'll have to take a better look at it when we see another one. I could see it. I think it's also meant to be like a luchador mask, if I'm not mistaken. The Zone 3 secretaries are a lot harder, but you've been leveling up, so you're fine. Are they harder because of having more HP, or are they harder because of, they hit harder? More HP and damage? I see, I see. Alright, so long as we can take this one out before its attack is charged, I think we should be fine. Ooh, I thought that was going to take it out. Oh, right, because I didn't do Run with Grace for this guy. I think... Ah, there we go. I was hoping there would be a door or something here. Hold on. I have snacks to tide me over until I have dinner later. Forgot. I brought espresso beans. Hello, Harvard. Hi. What's for dinner later? I don't know. I haven't decided yet, actually. Someone said something about soup, and now I'm considering I could make ramen. There's another open chest. For someone who loves caffeine, I've never tried espresso beans. These are chocolate covered. There is something on it. They're pretty good. Oh, that's new. Soup. I'm a huge soup fan. I vote yes to ramen. I think that's probably what I'll end up doing. And we have everything for it, too. We have eggs, dry mushrooms. A bunch of things I could add in. I don't think we have any vegetables. I love chocolate coffee beans. They are really good. Oh, I need to take silver flesh. I'm in a bit of danger. What a coincidence I'm eating ramen right now, too. Everyone is ramen pilled tonight for some reason. I think it's beautiful. I should save the golden flesh for fights, I feel. Looks like everyone's okay on health, though. No Zachary. Maybe it's just because we've been there we go. Sorry, I don't know what I do. I think I closed it out of something by accident. It's possible it's because we've been grinding, but these guys are not too bad. This zone has actually been the easiest of the purified zones, but also we did fight through a lot of the other secretaries in the other zones. First time to an off stream. This is a bit of an odd one to come into, just because of we're kind of farther along in the game. However, welcome in, and I hope you enjoy it, even if it's a bit eerie. You gotta inspect the area at the bottom of the pipe you fall down. Okay. Captions froze. Let me fix that for you. And also, thank you for letting me know. They should be good now, hopefully. Also, first time coming into an off stream. I would suggest going back and watching the other videos, because off is like it's a progressive game. Like, it doesn't it's not like, you know, Minecraft or something that's like a sandbox. You can still enjoy it at this point in the story, but you might be a bit confused watching and being like, what's going on? However, you'll probably feel that way the entirety of the time that you watch or play off. I did not mean to do that. There we go. Enjoying how these secretaries are capturing the vibe of a baby somehow. Also an elderly man. I do kind of see it. Also, thank you for the hydrate. Doing these is probably good to prepare for the room specifically. Wait a minute. No. Are you gonna beat... Are you going to beat Space Intentionally Left Blank off tonight? I will not be beating it tonight because the room, I believe, someone said is a two-parter, or at least it will probably take 2 parts, but I am going to clear all of the purified zones if I can, and the secret boss. I keep doing that. Oh, the boss area is in the hole? Okay, I can go back there. I do need to heal the competence of all of my guys. Yes, there is a secret boss in Zone 0, which was originally in the game when I was younger. The new bosses are all of these guys in the older purified zones. Usually, and I thought I was remembered correctly, the purified zones used to just be for, like, grinding. Ooh, I like how far down this goes. Oh, it's eerie. No one found us, and no one will ever find us. We are already dead. Ooh. Hold on, I am moving wide angle. There's 2 of them. Heroditus and Salomazar. Deceptive Seraphic Incarnation. Unable to detect type. Resists palsied. I see, so you can't use competence when you're vilified. The guilty betrays the innocent, their damage returned to all. It's possible if we take out one of them, they won't be able to attack as well. Oh lord. It's been found guilty, retribution is given to all. Everyone else proved their innocence. Alright, Epsilon. Sorry, I'm enjoying the little hook animations. Oh god, there's so many of you. I like the flatfish Gnosticus. This boss fight has a really fun gimmick. Oh, good lord. I'm glad we saved. We might actually wipe here. This might be the first one where we do. Hold on. Ah, only the whole party that's alive. I see. Well, I learned. And if I lose here, it's fine. Let me see if I can take you out while I'm already about to die. You'll probably wipe until you figure out the gimmick, actually. Okay. I am trying to watch. You know, only one of them is attacking, unless I'm missing that. I beat it the first try, but same Z's. Is it too backseaty to talk about what I think the gimmick is without actually knowing? No. You can talk about it. I'm curious to see if I can figure it out too. Is it to not attack when you're vilified? The guilty betrays the innocent, their damage returned to all. I think it has something to do with the batter being judged guilty, but the rest proving their innocence. I'm going to see if that's it. It's possible if I don't attack with the batter, because I'm able to attack so many times here with the batter that it's almost ridiculous. Yeah. So I'm wondering if you have to play with the add-ons Sorry, I did purposely do that. Because I want to see... That would be something like marked vilified, that it's returning punishment for the damage done, like reflect. I believe so. Is it like buy it from Pokemon? The more damage you give, the more you will receive when guilty? I think so. However... Okay, so now that I've been vilified, I can't do anything. So I'm going to defend. Wait. No, that's not over quite yet. Because I've noticed that Batter goes on the offense when he gets vilified. He gets angry, actually. I wonder if you could get them to judge the add-ons as guilty instead. The Batter has been found guilty, retribution has been given to all, but because I did no damage, it didn't do anything. I see. Okay. Do you need to wipe out the add-ons? Well, if Batter is the guilty, then I wonder if you could have Batter die and do the fight entirely with the add-ons. I could be wrong, though. I am going to have Batter not fight. Now that I think about it, I'm going to see if you can do it. I love this boss's design, fishies. They are really fun. He doesn't like his holy mission being vilified, huh? No, and that makes a lot of sense. Okay. How is everyone's health? Everyone looks like they're pretty okay in terms of health. What are the symbols that are over top of their heads? Does Batter have one too? No. And the last secret boss was Cancer. Does this make this trend Virgo? No, this is, I believe, Pisces, because of the two fish. Omega took a lot of damage that last one. Oh, they're vilified. Batter is not vilified right now. Okay, I understand. Which is why they're taking more damage. And if Batter isn't vilified, then he can attack. Well, now he's vilified? Alright, okay, hold on, I have to move chat so I can see. Does he become vilified when he hits? Also, what are you crunching on? I'm eating espresso beans. So they're vilified and lethargic. I just had insane lag. I'm sorry to hear. So how do you defend yourself against something that keeps vilifying you whenever you strike back? This too is symbolism. I'm wondering... And it looks like whoever you hit does more damage to you. Do we defend until we're not vilified anymore? Because Omega is still vilified. I can also confirm anything or give hints if needed, but I think figuring out it is a lot of funsies. You could also heal to vilify. That's part of what I've been using the turns to do. I don't think I'll take a tip just yet. Okay, so that's definitely... Now that Alpha's done... It seems like anytime they get that charged state, you should not attack. Like, as tempting as it may be, I really enjoy that the fish have two races for the main bosses, the front face and the inner meat. I was thinking that, too. I also think you meant two faces, but it just was typed wrong, which is okay. Interesting. No, Batter is vilified right now, so we're going to Fortune Ticket. Alpha is safe. Now they're all vilified. We've got to use someone to heal Epsilon. And now Epsilon is not guilty. I'm almost wondering if part of it is reviving. The problem is it's a lot of items to use, so I'm wondering if you let someone get fainted and then you revive them to be the attacker. It looks like healing each other is fine, though. I also keep skipping my turn by accident. Okay, so Epsilon, you need to defend. Oh, no, sorry. Omega needs to defend. Epsilon can attack. But Epsilon can attack both of them. Yeah. When you defend, when you're the guilty, it protects everyone. All right, hold on. Defend. Epsilon should keep doing abstract tragedy because it hasn't been vilified yet. Thank you for the hydrate. Now, Epsilon being able to hit all enemies on the field right here is going to be very useful. So I'm actually going to heal Epsilon to keep it in the game. The attack names are Fib, Red Herring, Deceptive Inquiry. They're all named after lies, and Facade and Smokescreen. Yeah, I'm interested. Those are all Heroditus attacks too, aren't they? Yeah, because I don't believe that I've seen the other fish do that. Is this a one tells truth and one tells lies situation? Alright, so Omega I do believe is still vilified. It does more damage to the specific fish that is charged, too. Alright, so Omega, we're going to have you heal again. Do you attack whoever does the lying attack? I think so. Red herring, red herring, red herring. I played off a bit and I need to get back into it, but I appreciate the remake. That the remake stayed true to the original art style? Yeah. So fun fact, these bosses are named after a French conman and a Greek historian. Really? Alright, let's see. Let's heal Batter. Everyone appears to be vilified here. Now what were to happen? What would... Okay, Batter is about to die anyway. What would happen if we attacked the one that's most charged? If everyone ganged up on that one? Heroditus is credited as the father of history. Sorry, my stomach growled too. We're all defamed and all vilified currently. Batter defend. I think if we all defend here... I mean, I can't imagine... The icons have me curious. Like the status icons? Batter, you should not be... There we go. As soon as Batter is... Everyone else proved their innocence, so... It's funny because it seems like whoever attacks is usually the one that the fish attack. But why is defamed a stopwatch? I'm curious if it's because it takes time to clear defamation. That would be my assumption. So the Gnostics, I'm starting to learn, as long as we all attack the one that is kind of leading the charge, but not Batter, because he is the accused. That clears the Gnostics. The two fish behind all of this are the ones that I'm struggling the most to figure out, I think. But if Heroditus is the philosopher, then we should probably attack the con man, no? There's a definite court feel to this. I know, it's interesting. No longer vilified. I do think that you have to use the add-ons to attack, because it seems like when you use the Batter, the entire party takes damage, but if you use the add-ons to attack, it... Oh, I did not mean to do that. Batter, you charge up too quickly. It's gone. I'm stronger when I'm alone. It has always been like this. They have always been a burden to me. I don't know if I believe that. To be clear, nothing I have said has been any hints towards the gimmicks. No, I believe you. I actually have been enjoying figuring it out. I'm not entirely sure I understand still. It seems like everyone is still vilified. Except me now. I think I'm almost there. Now it just seems like a lot of doing damage. And out of habit, I'm going to keep defending anytime someone starts getting charged up. All done. There we go. That was actually pretty tough, but I enjoyed that one. No one found me, and no one will ever find me. I will never die. Neither do you, and you will never forget me. I think we still need to find an item for this zone, if I'm not mistaken. We haven't found an item yet, we've just done the boss fight. Because I think we have to jump down this hole, and then we'll explore the rest of the zone. Honestly, you got it pretty much correct. The one that keeps getting crits will have their damage given to the party after some turn. Purified just means you can't use your competences. I don't think Defamed is even too important. Defamed does not seem like it was doing much. Herodotus also wrote about the Persian War specifically. He also claimed the Persians had giant gold-digging ants. Oh, so I see he was also a liar. Locked. I think I went back through this area by accident at one point. You know, after that boss fight, though, these guys are like a cakewalk. You went through this area as part of Enoch's fight? Okay, okay. I'm glad I remembered correctly. There we go, all gone. It's an unavoidable sight. Is that possibly to encourage people to go back and explore the Purified zones so that they could see that they would change after the bosses have left? Most of the ancient histories consisted of ancient historians just believing whatever they heard from some guy at face value. That's beautiful. That is very human to me. There we go. I'm going to have so many credits for the end portion of this game. I know that I've been using healing items. I don't think I used many healing items at all during the fish fight, other than a few luck tickets here and there. Oh. Wait a minute. Is it just down? Also, hello, welcome in, Lark. And then I think... Good, that would take that out. Most Greek writings, you gotta really sift through the tall tales, mythological framing to find the truth. And oddly, I do kind of enjoy that. I mean, obviously, the historian part of my brain is like, I wish you could just speak plainly. But I also kind of enjoy the puzzle that is solving history through the lens of myth. I'm not sure if there is anything here that I'm supposed to find. Unless I'm incorrect, but I don't think there was anything. There's nothing on the poster. There is. Okay. I'm going back. I would love a hint for that room. It's like Zone 2's fuckery, if you remember. I do not remember very much. Look at medieval monks, medieval manuscripts, you will see some really bad illuminated, illustrated depictions of foreign animals because monks were going off accounts of travelers. If you go down and right at equal inputs, you'll find the door. Oh, okay. This is Yume Nikki to me. There we go. I do believe this is the end of this zone, though. I can't imagine that anything else would be here. And at that is all of the Purified zones cleared. I will return to Zone 0 and get some things from Zachary. And then I will probably do this last boss fight. Alright, let's see what we can get. Oh, you know what? I had less credits than I was expecting to after all that. Everyone has this. Everyone has Color of Defeat except for you. And it looks like we currently have all of the best gear that we could have. However, I am going to get some golden flesh because I would like to have more of those. Plenty of luck and fortune tickets. Honestly, there's one more secret boss in the room right at the start you can also do before getting into the room. Right at the start, like here with Sugar, who I do plan to fight her, but if there's someone else... Hold on, I need to save. And there's another that unlocks right after it? Really? Oh, her sound file changed. I don't know why it's also distressing. I'm never hungry. I think really hard about something beautiful and maybe you could see it tomorrow. Or think really hard about something. Who are you? Like, for example, a beautiful day. With a huge ducky. A distressing one. What are you doing here? Let us not lose any time to useless introductions. Let's dance together, dearest friend. I love Sugar. She's one of my favorite characters, actually. Actually, let's wide angle her. Oh, well, it wide angled the dummies. No weakness is detected. Always struggled with pronouncing her name so bad. It's Sucre. Sucre is French for sugar. Let's see. I love Sugar. Trans girl to me. Witness my beautiful world. Not even something you have to convince me that hard of. I just agree. Objectively correct opinion. Alright, let's wide angles her. Unable to detect type, no weaknesses detected. I do like that her attack is called Parfait à chocolate, like a chocolate parfait. There we go. Everybody's hasty. Also, I've spoken about this before. She's one of the only mentions of a tomorrow in all of Off. Really? Using Abstract Tragedy in this fight is probably very helpful, because having something that does spread damage for something that has 5 enemies will be nice. Slowly grins in French Canadian. Your pronunciations intrigue me. Oh no. I know they're probably not good. I do try, but I know that French is not my strong suit. The wet sound effect is very funny. One of them is down. Don't know if this is true but in the remake, but I remember her fight being ridiculously hard. You're not the first person that said that. A lot of people have said that they remember her fight being hard, and I don't... I remember doing it, but I don't remember fighting, or like, struggling with the fight very much at all. But I think I also, like, I grinded a lot before doing it. Strongest fight... Fuck Ice Mummy, Sugar Lady. I think if you take her down, her dummies don't do anything. Or, like, they're not enemies on their own either, if I remember. To her, her fight is more of an endurance test than difficult. Maybe I should poison her, actually. That'll be more useful. Thank you for the hydrate. Her candy, exactly. I think Epsilon... I think being furious means that they just attack at random and attack anyone, similar to being confused. Also, you get really fun pillar art after beating her. Okay, I'm glad I fought her before doing, I'm glad I fought her before doing the room then, also. It's probably time to use Golden Flesh, I would say. This is a boss fight. Also, thank you for the stretch. Let's see. Special home run. Attack with average impact. What does that mean? Okay, it's hasty. You should just attack a dummy, frankly. Let's heal some CC from Alpha. The room also has pillar art, but it's just like any other zone's pillar arts, just zones and specters. Does Sturdy increase their defense for the entirety of the fight? Because I feel like I have not been hitting as hard as I was at the beginning. Poison is still going to do the same amount, though. I don't think that Sturdy protects against the... Epsilon, when did you die? Oh, I suppose... Alright, hold on. My strong as fuck candy mummy. I guess she does have, like, raps. I could understand the mummy. Keep poisoning her. because the poison is doing more damage than the actual attacks, and then you can use a golden flesh. Ooh, there we go, all done. Not so bad. That wasn't so bad. I actually think the fish has been the hardest one so far. I'm feeling way too cold. I didn't like that dance, my dearest friend. I think the huge distressing ducky has won this round. Say goodbye to Zachary for me. She's dead. Something else that's really interesting, I think, is she's the only character that we've seen bleed. I think that she's one of the few humans in the game. Now you could do 2 more bosses if you want. Where are they? I would like to do more. I guess it's better like that. He doesn't, and he won't talk to you anymore. I think Mortis Ghost mentioned that Enoch and Sugar are both humans. The Guardians and Elsons bleed too. You know what, you're right. Dadan also bled, thinking about it. Don't need this. I do need more Jokers. Oh wait, I lied. I thought I only had 1 Joker. I'm actually doing pretty okay in terms of healing items. The silent treatment from Zachary, from the guy that usually talks quite a lot. Also, where are they, Harpy? The first boss is right when you enter the zone, the room. So if we were to return to the nothingness... Enoch also bled when he was just ahead. Oh, you're right. I don't know why I forgot that. Ah, look, there's stairs here now. I assume that this is what you're referring to. I must purify this zone. This is my holy mission. Hey, you sound like someone I know. Mediocre ghostly entities, show yourself. I am the Messiah, provided with a blessed quest. Kneel before my path, nauseous phantom. And its name is Justice. Reflexive seraphic incarnation. No weaknesses detected. I am listening to the OST. Or is it meant to be Gemini, your twin? Interesting, I didn't think about that. Now, what is this? Lightly increases an ally's intelligence. What if I did this with the batter? I am also trying to listen to what you're talking about with the OST. Is it just because it has, like, traces of pepper steak? Yeah, I hear it. I hear the little bit of pepper steak. See my shadow and fear my hand. I think Justice is parodying batter here. Their reflexive seraphic incarnation plus the distorted reflection. That's true. Is the body a hand? I think it might be. Also, I think it's a play on the left hand of Justice, which is like a phrase. I could be wrong. Justice is just us. Oh, I do like that. I do really like that. You do actually have to fight yourself at the end. Alright, let's keep poisoning it, honestly. You now should use this. I am the Messiah, provided with a blessed quest. Kneel before my past, nauseous phantom. The song is really good. I am going to use Omega to heal CC in a moment. Oh, it's all done. I don't even need to do it. Does anyone here keep thinking about Knights of Guinevere? Oh, I know that it's coming out. I am excited to see it. All this time I was just an imposter, an artificial creature, the world destroyer, an evil puppet led by a blind entity. I still am. But I won't accept this truth until the mirror is shattered and its opaque mist dispersed. I must go now. Very fun. So you said there was another one, Harpy. The second boss is when you enter the nothingness again. Okay. Oh, I see. Hello. Who are you? Here you are, at least. I was waiting for you. My friend, the Batter. Let's feast and dance together now that we know what lies ahead. Now that we know what lies ahead in the Infinite Valley. Let's sing together the carnival song, the song of the skeletons, the song of the outcasts and the mad. Take my hand and cry on my shoulder. This will be a sad and very happy song at the same time. I do like that its name is Carnival. The Batter won a prize? Hold on, let's see. Me and this guy have a bunch of existential combos just from one line of dialogue. Possibly Sagittarius with this one. I am gonna poison you. I just enjoy poisoning. Let's see. And yes, it's Sagittarius. I was thinking that. Aren't we having a great time here in the Infinite Valley? I can see something on the horizon. Batter is pretty low on HP. I need to... Hey, Omega. There we go. Now it's not a problem. Most beautiful Sagittarius depiction, to be honest. I do really like it. There we go. Carnival won a prize. Hey, is Carnival a combination of all of the previous bosses we fought, or am I just imagining things? Because it has the hook attack that the fish has. I think because it's the game of Pisces right now. I see. So it's playing back all the games of the previous bosses. Wait, which means that we might have to play this the same way that the previous boss played. The thing I saw earlier is a house of the first humans. We're already inside. Alright. Omega, we're going to need you to heal Alpha. We'll say there's only one more optional boss after this, but it's not available for a while and will probably be the next stream. That's okay. I think that we will probably have one more stream for the room. You would say that the room is probably a one-part episode now. It is the Game of Cancer now. Ow. Carnival started the game of Leo. Ah, it healing. The monstrous face might be Justice? I could see that, actually. Oh yeah, Batter needs competence points restored badly. It healed us? This soundtrack was made by Night Margin? Is it actually? I didn't realize. I can hear it, too. This sounds something like something Night Margin would have made. Affectionately, that's oomph. Oh, Night Margin is the creator of One Shot. Like I said, they're also my mutual. Alright, Poison is probably going to be our friend here. They worked on a fourth of the OST, actually. Really? It's with the creator of One Shot? Yeah, we worked on a zine together a while ago, and I was actually one of the people that played One Shot back when it was part of an RPG Maker game contest in beta. We will never get tired. It's an amazing party. I am very happy to spend this moment with you. I hope you're not too disgusted by my ugliness. The damn fish again. Okay, hold on. You... A lot of their stuff is in the room, actually, music-wise. I'm excited to hear. Alright, hold on. Keep poisoning... Batter on a prize. I am going to have Epsilon heal Batter, since he's almost dead. Oh, it's done. Wasn't that a beautiful moment of triumph, joy, truth and joy? A wonderful song, isn't it? Unfortunately, it can't last forever. I hope it will be fine without me. Will anyone miss me? Will you? I think that will be what we do for tonight. I will go back to the room. However, it is also 9 o'clock. Can save here. It does look like my playthrough is going to be about 9 hours, Harpy, to your point. That's everything to do before the room. So, oh wait, be sure to check your pillar arts? Sure. Zone 0, 1, 2, 3. Ew. Dan, Jaffe, Enoch. Dynamic? It doesn't seem like I have one. Unless it's the Purified one you're talking about. I do like the Zone 0 one. Did you get the chest in Sugar's room? I don't think I did, but I can go back. Because I don't think that it's too difficult to get back to that room. I am curious if she's still there, actually. She is still here. Although I don't see a chest here. Is it behind a pile of sugar? I don't think it's here. I do not like the high def secretary. Anyway, all that said, I am going to end here for tonight, I think. Hi, Buggy. You've already had dinner, so you're just coming in here to yap. But we'll be finishing off next week, and not only that, the Nuzlocke will be returning next week. So if that's something that you're interested in, we'll be doing both of those back to back, actually. And also, thank you everyone for coming and continuing to watch off. This has been very fun to play through again now as an adult. I heard his squeak and I knew it was Buggy. So I'm very excited. Thank you very much, and I will see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be working on Print Club stuff, and then after that it will be commissions again. But until then, ciao.